Hey everyone, welcome back to Sounds Good Gaming. Today I'm going to be talking about my predictions for the Nintendo Switch 2. If you didn't already check it out, I did a video about the leaks of Nintendo Switch 2. I'll put it in the card or whatever. We're just going to be kind of bouncing off of that, but I did discuss a lot of the leaks that have come out in the past few months. And this video, I'm going to be just talking about some predictions I have for how it's going to go down. We do know that it's going to be revealed this week. There's going to be a showcase at the end of February, early March, and then the console will probably release May-ish. That's where we're at right now. That's the run of play. Here's my predictions. Okay, so first of all, let's get the boring stuff out of the way. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to launch at the end of May. Let's say May 23rd, that's a Friday, or maybe May 22nd, that's a Thursday. They've been doing Thursdays recently, but you know, I think it'll be a Friday for a big console launch. So I'm going to say May 23rd. I'm probably wrong. I think it will launch for $399 in the US, and I think in the UK we might get a small bump down, £379. I also think that we're going to see more games around the $70, £60 mark than we did with the Switch 1. There's going to be two color options. There's going to be this one. I love this. I love this so much. I want it really badly, unless the other color SKU is better. Maybe like a white or something. Maybe it's like a monotonous white. Who knows? I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Two SKUs, one to satisfy both ends. This is the one though. I love Portal, so you know, we're locking in this bad boy. And then in terms of games, I'm gonna be basic. I'm gonna say day one, on the 23rd of May, 2025, you'll be able to pick up Metroid Prime 4. What was it called? Shit, what was it called? What was Metroid Prime? What was it called? Beyond. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Oh my goodness, I had like a real brain fart there. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will be available on day one for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's going to be a cross-gen thing like Breath of the Wild. And listen, hear me out, right? Nintendo was not expecting Breath of the Wild to sell at the level that it did. Zelda has always performed well for Nintendo, but it has never performed at the level of Breath of the Wild. And I have a feeling they're expecting Metroid Prime 4 Beyond to do decently well. It's a return to a long-anticipated series. It's going to be like a showcase game. It's going to be hopefully very pretty. I'm sure on the Nintendo Switch 2 version, they're probably going to throw some ray tracing in or something fancy to make it look even better. It's going to run at a super high resolution. It's going to have NVIDIA's DLSS, which I didn't even mention in my previous video, but we know that's going to be on the Switch 2 as well. So it's going to be using some fancy stuff. It's going to launch at a nice high resolution. You'll be able to see the difference between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 version really easily. And it's going to look really good. And so, you know, I think that is your game to get the core audience, your big fans, out on day one to buy your new console. As you say, look how great Metroid Prime 4 Beyond looks on Nintendo Switch 2. Alongside it, you do have another game, something way more casual. I'm thinking like 1-2 Switch, Nintendo Land, Wii Sports kind of level of thing. I don't think it's going to be a pack-in. I don't think we're getting that again. It's going to use, you know, the motion controls. It's going to be focused on party games, that kind of stuff. I would say probably very similar to 1-2 Switch. I think those will be the two key launch day Nintendo titles. There'll be something for your core audience, and that's going to really get people out to buy the thing. And then the more casual game, you know, something else to play when you get friends coming over and they're like, hey, what's that? It's the new Switch, let's try it out. I did come up with a title for the game. I've come up with titles for some of the games. So the title for the party game is what? Who? Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, that's lame as anything in there. Maybe it's like some kind of guess who thing, I don't know. And yeah, it will use the motion controls, it will utilize the new Joy-Con pretty well. It won't really focus on cursor mode too much, maybe one or two mini games. There's gonna be another first party title that's gonna launch 1 month later in June, and it's gonna focus on what I'm calling cursor mode. Nintendo's not gonna call it mouse mode, they're gonna call it cursor mode. Nintendo Switch 2 cursor mode. And the game, I have no idea what it's about, but it's gonna be called Cursory Glance, okay? Locking that in. These are already ridiculous predictions. And there's gonna be a version of Cursory Glance, title pending, that comes bundled with an accessory, right? I'll talk about the accessory in a bit. This is gonna be the arms of the Switch 2, in my opinion. And we need our July game. And I think July is when Nintendo comes out swinging. Mario Kart 9. I'm on board with Mario Kart 9 happening. I think it's going to be a July game, and I have no idea what they're going to do, man. Like, you know, Mario Kart 8 is so perfect. I don't really know what they're going to do, but it's going to be magic. And when you look at it, you're going to be like, Mario Kart 8 who? I can get rid of my Mario Kart 8 copy. I can burn it. Don't need it anymore. I think something they will confirm is their intention to update the game on a regular basis. The Booster Course Pass worked so well for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It was so exciting waiting to see what courses would be next. So similar to a season pass, and they will have planned content for multiple years to come. The game will launch with probably about 36 to 48 tracks, and they will announce their intention to double that amount of tracks within X amount of years, and the Booster Course Pass will allow them to do so. I'm just so hyped about the idea of a new Mario Kart. We've been playing Mario Kart 8 since, was it like 2014? So we're overdue a new Mario Kart game. Mario Kart 8 has done so well for us, but it's time. It's officially time to try something new. My main other prediction is about 3D Mario, but we do also have Pokemon Legends ZA. I have a feeling that will kind of come out maybe August, September time. I think that'd be a good slot for it because it is going to be a popular game. The only other option is they maybe put that as like a November, December game, because I think in October, we're getting our big new 3D Mario game, something I'm very, very excited for. Super Mario Odyssey is a delight of a video game. I've been replaying it recently just because I'm excited about what's coming next. I think we're going to see kind of a mixture of Bowser's Fury and Super Mario Odyssey fused together, like in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's just going to be really interesting because how do you follow up peak gaming, bro? I think that's going to come out, and it's going to come out holiday 2025, October, similar to Odyssey. It's going to be that similar thing. The reason we don't have this at launch is because we have Metroid Prime at launch. That is the game that gets the core audience out to buy your system. You then have Mario Kart over the summer. Mario Kart's a fantastic summer game. Everyone's going to want to take their Switch out and play it multiplayer and tabletop mode. Everything's looking really good. It looks great, it plays great, it inspires more people to get the system. Summer is the most social season of the year, so capitalizing on that makes a lot of sense. And then we get to the holiday season. This is when people are going to be asking for this for Christmas. Kids love Mario. Having a new 3D Mario game, and also Mario Kart that's come out earlier in the year, in the holiday period, for me, it's just going to sell gangbusters. People, and Nintendo will do a bundle. Absolutely, there'll be a Super Mario 3D bundle. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. They want to capitalize on those Christmas sales, and that's why I do not think Mario will be coming out at launch, because I think Mario works better as a holiday game. It's that big tentpole release at the end of the year that everyone will be talking about that will compete with the third-party offerings in a really serious way, in a major, major way. So I think that's what we're going to see as sort of like a rough lineup. Obviously, there's going to be way more. There's going to be third-party stuff. There's going to be Nintendo games that we have no possible concept of right now. So yeah, we've got What Who Nintendo Switch 2, Cursory Glance, Mario Kart 9, and a new 3D Mario game. Oh, and quickly, on third-party games, there's going to be a big third-party game in the reveal trailer. I think it's going to be Elden Ring, or possibly Red Dead Redemption 2, but I think Elden Ring is the one to go for if you're really looking to have that kind of Skyrim moment that we had with the Switch 1 reveal. So yeah, I think Elden Ring, Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm sure there'll be a bunch of other multi-platform games coming. If you want to know a bit more about that, Nate the Hate, who has kind of leaked the reveal date, I'll post his podcast in the description. You can check it out so you can kind of see what games could potentially be coming to the Switch. There's a really long speculation section. There's a new Monster Hunter game coming out. I could see that happening. Maybe the Final Fantasy remakes, maybe some Resident Evil, that kind of stuff. It'd be crazy for GTA 6 to show up in like one of the Nintendo events, but I just don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. I'm not a massive Cyberpunk fan, but Cyberpunk would have that kind of pull once again to be like, oh damn, that can run on that system. And Nvidia has been pretty tied up with Cyberpunk, so I could see them helping Nintendo with that maybe. Elden Ring, I think, would make a whole bunch of sense, honestly. And it might finally get me to play it. Okay, we're near the end, people. So mouse mode is real. Cursor mode, sorry. We're calling it cursor mode. And I said earlier that they're gonna, the cursory glance game that I basically said nothing about other than I liked the title. They're gonna have an accessory that comes bundled in with a version of that, but you can buy it separately as well. And that accessory is gonna be called Cursor Mode Lap Pad for Nintendo Switch 2. I feel like I really have an affinity with how Nintendo names their products, and Cursor Mode Lap Pad for Nintendo Switch 2. It's terrible. And that's why I think we could see something like this. If cursor mode is real, which I'm just begging that it is, I think something that can kind of hook over your leg. It'll be just like a little half-size thing that hooks over your leg. You can use it either side, and then you can use cursor mode while you're playing on the TV. And then I think obviously Nintendo's third-party accessory manufacturers who are licensed by Nintendo will also jump in and make something similar, maybe one with like a cup holder or something, but I think Nintendo will make a bare bones basic version that people can enjoy. Cursor mode can be used for games, it can be used for navigation of the system, the eShop, navigating your games, organizing them, that kind of thing. And there'll also be, I think, a third use case for cursor mode that we don't know about yet, that we can't figure out, because it's just that zany, wacky Nintendo attitude to product design. And so we'll find out, but I don't know what it is. Other accessories, there'll be a Pro Controller, there'll be a new Pro Controller, because they've got that C button now. Once again, here's a picture. I have no idea what that's for. If I had to guess, it'd be like communication or connection or community. Maybe a new Miiverse, that'd actually be really awesome. Kind of being able to post game clips, like all the game clips and screenshots that you capture on Nintendo Switch, being able to share those on a enclosed social media platform, especially because Nintendo's been taking away the ability to post to other social networks, such as Twitter, RIP, and a phone app would really make it something special, I think. So yeah, there'll be a Pro Controller, and then there'll be the new Joy-Con. I'm not sure what they're going to be called. I'm going to go Joy-Con with cursor mode for Nintendo Switch 2 as my prediction for what it's called. Yeah, I don't know, it's a mouthful, and just Nintendo loves that stuff. If you have any predictions, I want to hear them, because I think mine are all probably wrong. But let me know which of my predictions you like, which you don't like. We're going to be getting our first glance at this thing so soon. I'm going to try and post like maybe a reaction or something. We're just going to have an awesome time enjoying the rollout of this new platform that Nintendo's building. Thank you all for watching. If you stuck with me, I appreciate it. And I'll see you soon. I hope that sounds good. Okay, goodbye.